Welcome to our video tutorial on constructing the Orthocenter. Before we begin, here's basically what our problem entails. We want to construct the line that goes through this given point and is perpendicular to our given line. To make that happen, what we do is we take our compass, put the point of the compass at our point, and open our compass up and make an arc that crosses the line segment we have twice. What you might need to do is you might need to extend that line segment further using your ruler. Once you've done that, please identify the two places where that arc crosses your line segment. We then focus on that piece and we want to construct its perpendicular bisector. So we take our compass, we open it more than halfway on that piece, we make the arc in the one direction. Keeping our compass the same size, we move the point. Keeping the compass the same size, we move the point to the other end point. We make the arc in the second direction. Then we take our ruler and we connect those dots. Two things should happen. It should appear as though we got a right angle. We wanted them to be perpendicular lines, and it should go through our original point. Keeping that in mind, we will now construct the orthocenter of this triangle. Now, first thing that I encourage us to do in class is to focus in on one of the vertex points and the side across from that vertex. And we're just going to do that construction we just completed. First thing that you should do, however, is extend the side. So I'm going to take this side right here and extend it using my ruler. So now I'm looking at this side with that point. We'll take our compass, put the point of the compass at the vertex. We're going to make an arc that crosses this side twice. We're then going to focus in on the 2 points where that arc crosses the side. And we want the perpendicular bisector of that segment. So point of the compass at the one end point, open more than halfway, and we're going to make the one arc. Move the point of the compass to the other end point, we're going to make the other arc. We're going to take our line and we're going to connect those dots. It should end up going through the vertex as well. So when I draw this one, it's going to go through the vertex hopefully, and it should go through those 2 points as well. Make sure everything lines up, use your ruler, be accurate, go through the center. And that is our first altitude. Remember, an altitude goes through a vertex of a triangle perpendicular to a side. Next, let's go with this side over here. So I'm going to take the vertex over here on the right with this side. Extend the side before we continue. So just to be sure we see that correctly, I did color that entire side blue just so you could follow along. Take our compass, point of the compass at the vertex itself. Now I'm going to open it just large enough so that it's going to cross this line twice. Oops, see, if I did that, it doesn't cross twice. But I want it to just cross twice without being too excessively large. So I'll put it here. So with the point of the compass, so we put the point of our compass at the vertex, and we want to open this large enough that it's going to cross twice. I'm going to go a little bit larger. I'm going to make that arc so that it does cross twice. And then make sure you're able to identify the points where it crosses. Here's one of them. Here's the other one. And now I'm focusing in on this line segment right here that I want the perpendicular bisector of. Point of the compass at the one point. Open more than halfway, but it doesn't have to be a whole lot more than halfway. And I'm going to make the one arc. Keep the compass the same size, move the point to that other end point, and I'm going to make the second arc. Now again, what should happen is that your line should end up going through the vertex of the triangle, should go through those 2 points, and there it is. That would be our second altitude. The last altitude we need. The last altitude we need is going to be up here that I just marked in brown. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that. Now here's where it can be a little tricky. Where was that a vertex? And here was the vertex on our original triangle. So I'm going to use that point with the brown line, take my compass, point of the compass at the vertex that we want. I'm going to make an arc that crosses that brown line twice. I'm going to make an arc that crosses that brown line twice. There we go. Zoom in on those 2 points that we care about, right here and right here. And we want the perpendicular bisector then of this part that I'm squiggling in. So take the compass, point of the compass at the one end point, open more than halfway, but I don't like to be a whole lot more than halfway. I don't want the picture to get too cluttered. Keep track of where the arc is. Then I'm going to move the point of the compass to the other end point, make that other arc. Hopefully you can identify the 2 arcs we were using. It's this one and this one. Here's one of their intersection points. Here's the other. I'm going to draw in that altitude, which really should go through the vertex and through those 2 points. So here it is. Oh, and look at how accurate I was on this one. That's exciting. So let me color all 3 altitudes red. There. We have all 3 altitudes meeting at a single point. That single point is right here, and that point is called the orthocenter. Again, here's the orthocenter, and sometimes, especially for an obtuse triangle, it will be way outside of that triangle. That's the orthocenter. That's how it's constructed. Hopefully it goes well.